What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is motherfucking Monday. How everybody doing out there today? We got my fucking my hostess with the mostest over there. Um, Black Constantine is in the house from the deep dark tundras, them streets of Canada.
That are covered in snow right now. I'll tell you that. We are covered in snow. It is I am staying home. That's great.
we got we're under a severe winter watch over here.
Yeah.
But we didn't get too bad. Last night coming from Ashtabula, I did a mic out in Ashtabula last night. And coming up off that lake right there, like we were right there by the lake.
Yeah.
It was fucking cold.
Yeah.
Cold. And then it was like the snow that came in like you're doing a warp drive in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, when you're driving, it's just all you
You,
see is the
hey, you turn on your high beams and you're like you're in the Millennium Falcon. You're like,
yeah,
what?
you might as well be
Yeah.
on acid. I mean, it's
Well,
the
it's great.
same shit. Same shit.
Yeah. It's wonderful. Yeah, no, it started yesterday and pretty much went all day. So we went out quick in the morning, grabbed some stuff, locked things down, and we were good to go. So
Hunker down.
yeah, well, listen, you know what? That's the what people forget, especially the first few days of winter. Everyone forgets how to drive.
Oh, dude, over here
Yeah,
they had warnings out actually. The Youngstown and Ohio State Patrol warnings because there was like 8 crashes, like not even 5 miles away from me. Like right when they hit the freeway. Like, dude, you couldn't even make it onto the freeway. Like
yeah,
you just get off the fucking exit and say bumper cars.
bro. So I actually saw a post from a comedian I know who lives in the States who actually got into an accident. He flipped his car 3 times. I was like, Jesus, they're okay and everything, but like at the same time, I'm like, bro, be careful. Just
Holy
go.
shit.
Listen, it's finally the time of year. If you need to go slow, no problem.
Dude,
Okay?
I've realized, especially for the money I pay, I don't buy. Well, I got a couple beaters here and there, but those are generally for the kids to use.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't buy beaters anymore,
no,
and so I drive. You know, I'm in a Mustang and I'm driving 35 in a 40. You know what I'm saying?
that's fine. Yeah, people forget that you're like, yeah, you know what? You don't have to. I don't need to impress anyone. I'm not trying to do anything.
I mean, even with my hot rod, when I used to take it out, you could hear it, right, and that bitch. The fastest it's been is on the freeway, and it's 50 mile an hour.
Hey, you know what? I got nothing to prove. No thanks. You
Well,
know?
it looks nice and pretty. I look pretty driving it.
Yeah.
Sounds real good. I don't need to prove shit. I don't need to prove
That-
shit. Just like
no,
I seen a post somebody said, if you have a hot rod and you don't burn the tires for a little kid, you shouldn't own a hot rod. Fuck you. Are you buying my tires? Are you buying my transmission? Are you buying my fucking drive shaft? Are you putting all that shit in? Then shut the fuck up. Fuck you and your kid.
bro. I went to school with a guy who had a Viper, and this is back like when Vipers were still new. And people were
Ooh.
like, "Do a burnout," and he's like, "They're $2,000 a tire. I'm not doing a burnout. Thank you."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Thanks.
retarded. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
retarded.
That's for stupid people. No thanks. You know.
So, I
Yeah.
guess the only little bit of news that has been coming in through the pipeline, especially though that was occupying everybody's mind, is I guess the shutdown is about to be over. This about to
Allegedly.
be bullshit. First of all, that's some Fox News shit right
Hmm.
there. Everybody know. I mean, everybody thinks I'm this diehard whatever. No, I call it as it is. And Fox News is got a bad habit of maybe or it's gonna or we're just waiting on. No, that shit ain't done yet. So
They do that with elections too, though, right? They just say who won.
yeah, I mean, I actually just got a thing for uh notification from Judicial Watch. There
Yeah.
was 100 and something thousand ineligible names in the voting fucking ballots just to date. I'm not sure if that was just in one state or the overall country, but Judicial Watch is no joke. I mean,
Yeah.
there you could follow them down to the paper, down to the dotted T. You know, the other dude, the one who does the little spy camera stuff. There's a little flighty shit here and there, but
Yeah.
Judicial Watch you can't fuck with.
Yeah.
I mean, usually even if I'm in a debate, where did you get your information? Judicial Watch. It's
Yeah.
which just to let everybody know. Apparently, the new thing that the Democrats are using to say that your information is bullshit, because it used to be, oh, you must get your news from Fox News. Now, apparently, the AIs are Democrats and Republicans.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I'm not going to lie, the AI that I use, it seemed to me that it leaned kind of left.
Yeah.
And, and kind of, I'm like, well, and then I had to just come check my reality. Look, facts is facts.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be something that you like to fucking see, but that's what it is. Well,
Mhm.
I just got used that. Just recently, I was in an argument with somebody and I showed them, on the AI what the fuck it said, what the sources, and they sent me back, well, this percentage of people who did a survey says that Perplexity AI is predominantly right leaning. Really? Really?
Calm down.
Google AI is supposed to be right in the middle.
Hmm.
And Chat GPT is supposed to lean more Democrat. Imagine that.
Well,
And
I
Grok,
saw.
and Grok.
Yeah. Wow. Grok. There was a post I saw the other day that apparently now the United States government has allowed governments to buy answers for AI, so that if a certain question arises, that it has to answer a specific way because they've paid for it. So similar to like a sponsored post and stuff, which you're like, great, that's the end of AI. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's not the end of AI. That's the end of the truth.
Well,
That is the end of the fucking truth. If you could buy if the sky is blue, but I could buy the answer that the sky is yellow, and that's the first thing about pops up. You know how stupid these fucking there's idiots out here who think Mondami's getting them a goddamn Lamborghini. I mean, you're gonna tell me no? Google said it was yellow.
hey man, this is, and you know what? Like, that's the thing is that AI is slowly taking away our ability, not our ability, I guess our process of finding information, right? Well, AI said this, and you're going, okay, where did it get to? Like, it's not being able to do research on your own and actually find documentation is a skill set. And the fact is that people are deciding how should I write this? AI will do it for me. How should I say this? AI will do it
And
for me.
there's been a lot of problem in the courts lately over that shit.
Of course.
Because not only lazy fucking attorney, but lazy judges are letting
Mhm.
the AI do their paperwork, and it's being all flawed.
Yeah.
All fucking flawed. Look,
It's a
people,
problem.
AI is a tool. It
Yeah.
is a tool. It is not the research.
Yes.
I mean, and the sooner people get that in their fucking head, the better. Because if not, then AI will be the master, and
Yeah.
that'll just be it. And
Look.
just in that, looking into that, um, I had mentioned something the other day about Donald Trump flighting floating the whole idea of just giving people the money.
Yeah.
He's like, if you guys don't want to open up, if you guys are worried about the insurance, then instead of sending the money straight to the insurance companies, because that's another thing that people don't get. They
Yeah.
act like that whatever money that they're fighting for in this bill is something that they see or something that's tangible on them.
No.
That money went directly from the government to the insurance company.
Right.
And and with the news that's came up and everything about it, those same insurance company, the big 3 or 4 insurance companies, are all Democrat donors specifically to Chuck Schumer. And they even had to fucking come out and defend that the
Yeah.
other day. Because Trump was like, all right, well, fuck it, we'll just give the people the money. No, you have to have the insurance companies, and because of the people don't know what happens if you give them their money and they spend it already, and then they don't have money when they're sick. Well, that's not on us. When did that become our fucking problem?
Hey, the idea of people having responsibility for their own actions is also something that's slowly disappearing. People don't realize that's a big deal.
Ass, that shit is going every fucking election cycle more and fucking more. Whether it be a mayoral election cycle, whether it be a goddamn presidential election cycle,
that's the problem.
Shit is going. You know, and for speaking of elections, for you fuckwits who voted for Salami Mandami, whatever the fuck his name is up there, have you seen the new news reports? Just the new news videos, and they were trying to paint it in a good light. The streets of New York lined with people kneeling on carpets.
Yes.
Up and down doing their fucking little yoga shit or whatever the fuck it is. And, you know, somebody came by with a camera. Dude got up. You can't film us. You can't film us.
Yeah.
Bitch, this is America. I don't give a fuck if you got your fucking little doily out on the fucking sidewalk or whatever. In New York, they'll piss on it. Well, at least I thought they would still have the balls to piss on it. But apparently people are just bailing now.
Yeah. Well, so I'm not sure if you heard this other one. I saw it on TikTok, and it was actually quite funny because the way the guy did it, he did it great. He's like, "Did you hear that Trump bought a derelict building off of his cousin that has been condemned like 4 times, and he bought it with like tens of millions of dollars over the evaluation, so that his cousin is going to get all this money." And people were like, "That's against the law." I'd be like, "Oh, wait, it wasn't Trump. It was Mamdani." Oh, interesting. Like, is it still illegal? And they're like, and you're going, "Hey, man, listen. Hey, there was a building. His cousin bought it. It was condemned multiple times. It is derelict. It is falling apart. He purchased it using government money for tens of millions of dollars over evaluation, so that his cousin gets all that money."
Hey, on that note right there, where's Letitia James? Where's Tish? Where's Big Tish? This could be the lawsuit that brings you out of the hole, bitch. What are you doing? Nobody's above the law, remember?
Which one is Letitia James? The one that they keep on adding the smoke detector sound to? Or the old one that looks like the Grim Reaper?
Well, they both. No, the you're talking about fucking the one that looks like James Brown.
Yeah, she looks like bro, she looks like Mum-Ra, the ever living. Like she's
dude from Star Wars that says it's a trap. You know what I'm talking?
Fucking Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, Akbar. That name suits it. Nah, Letitia James, she was the one who prosecuted Trump for paying off his loans on time with interest.
Yeah. Hey, I love that she prosecuted somebody that the loan was paid. The lender said they would happily do a loan again with that person.
They said they want his. He's a platinum fucking client.
Yet they want to charge him. You're like,
and then, you know,
what are you on about?
That whole thing, she was claiming that the people of New York lost money. The people in New York, okay, they lost money. Where's the money going now? Is that billions of dollars that you fucking filed and charged Trump with and all that?
Where'd it go?
If he has to pay that back, which is looking like he doesn't, but if he had to pay that, who was getting that money? Where was that money going? At bare minimum, it was going to Mondami. It would go to Mondami.
Yeah. Hey, none of this makes any sense. It's
and
not.
Then the bitch was doing the same shit.
But hey, is she the one that didn't report her aunt or her grandma dead for like?
Well, no, she didn't report. She went and the same thing she blamed Trump for. She went and valuated a home so she could get a loan at a cheaper price, and then didn't even live in the home. She fucking rented it out.
Well, but I thought it was the same lady who didn't say that her aunt or grandma or something died, so they could continue to get her.
Probably
it was to get the social assistance checks. It ended up being like $35,000. Like it's not a little bit of money. Like it was thousands of dollars, and you're like, all right.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm not exactly sure, but I wouldn't doubt it.
It's weird that how badly people miss the forest for the trees. And they're like, well, you can't do that. But aren't you doing that? That's not the same. You're like, why not? Why is it different? And then they can't answer. And you're going, all right, like, why are you in office? How does that? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, not at all. So here, I want you to do me a favor.
All right.
This way, people know I'm not biased or whatever. I want you to do me a favor. Bring me up a list
Yeah.
of all the tariffs that Trump imposed, and on what the goods on them tariffs are.
Lift of tariffs for USA. Okay, let's see. And what do you want?
I want the list of the tariffs and what goods they are.
What goods they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not sure if I can do that, but I can try.
I know Canada is like syrup and peanuts or some shit like that. And
that's right. Better know your place.
I think Crown Royal.
Oh, and Crown Royal actually moved their stuff to the US, and Canada's like, oh, get.
I've seen it.
Hold on. List of terms here by product here. By product.
And the reason why I got you looking this up is I put a post out earlier that said, because Trump has been talking about, and he said this in the beginning of Doge, before Doge started. If we hit a certain spot in money that we brought in for tariffs, people would get dividends, and it was up in the air how much it was. Some people was talking $5,000, some people was talking $1,200 or whatever. So Trump has been floating the $2,000 marker around there. And I put the post out, to all the Trump haters. Are you gonna, when you get this money, if you get the money, are you gonna send the check back?
I just
are you gonna not take it? And someone and he had a little bit of backing. Someone said, of course I'm gonna take the money. I'm spending more money. It's my money. So I want a list of the products. I want a list of the products that people are spending their money on, that this money is rightfully theirs.
So examples, I have a few examples. It isn't everything, but the big ones. So steel and aluminum is a 50% tariff.
Okay, but we're getting ours from here. But I can see steel and aluminum. That's valid. That's valid.
Automobiles is a 25% tariff on cars and trucks not built in the U.S.
Okay. Right. First of all, right then and there, for the average person, you're not buying a fucking bar of aluminum. True. You're not buying a fucking steel I-beam.
Also true.
And from the folks that I know, who are pissing and moaning, especially the person who mentioned that on my post, you ain't buying a brand new car anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, 25% on cars not built in the U.S. or Canada, or in the U.S. Softwood lumber is 35% tariff, which has been a long-standing issue between Canada and the U.S. because we have a lot of lumber. This is interesting. Upholstered wooden products, 25% tariff.
Furniture.
Yeah.
Well, furniture, I might give you one on. Yeah. Unless you're building a deck, which I already know the dude. He already built his deck with composite decking. Because wood is already have been expensive for fucking ever. But the furniture I will give. Furniture I will give. People got kids, people got animals, people like, even just every couple of years freshen up the living room. So
which is also ridiculous. Kitchen and bathroom cabinets and vanities, 25% tariff. Interesting.
So basically, unless you've been remodeling your home, far, nothing.
No.
So what's that?
Energy products and potash, 10% tariff on non-CUSMA compliant items. I don't know what that means. But CUSMA compliance tariffs on some goods, such as those from Canada, may be exempt if they are compliant with Canada, U.S. Oh, Canada, CUSMA is Canada, United States, Mexico agreement. CUSMA. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna.
So what about the big one is China? What's the tariffs on China or products on China?
I don't see that. So the problem is everything that comes up on my Google is Canada
Ah,
related.
yeah,
So
yeah. Let me see.
as apparently that's a thing. Um, yeah, let me see here. There's effective September 1st, 2025. Let me see here. Iron and steel ingots, iron and steel ingots, iron and steel. Oh, these are all dropped down to 25% now. Wow. A lot of it is, in all honesty, a lot of the tariffs are based on like this is good. Hold on. Based on resources, right? So let's see here. Oh, and when you said for China, right? Hold on, I
Yeah.
found a thing for China. China.
Okay.
China
So
is
what Google is saying, this is just a few things. Aircraft parts, which I mean, we got planes falling out the air. So if that's the reason, fuck you and your aircraft parts. I mean,
accurate.
shit is just dropping like bricks. Which is getting very little fucking screen time too. 14 people dead
Yeah,
over the ups plane. I seen the video, dude. That was fucking crazy.
bro. It's scary. It's scary stuff.
Um, Batteries. Now they're not saying what kind of batteries, but I'm assuming the lithium batteries, which goes into the electric cars. Which the people who've been commenting on my post don't own any of them either. Now here's one that might get everybody, especially now on Christmas. I will give them this: the flat screen TVs. I will
Okay.
yeah, that affects a lot of people, especially in the hood around football season. I mean, I'll give you that one. Medical devices, what them respirators that were killing people as soon as you stuck them down their throat.
Listen, you guys are already screwed on medical devices because you guys pay ridiculous amounts for everything. It doesn't, none of it makes any sense. So
Satellites. We got Elon Musk in the internet.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
fine.
and see, and then various weapons. Why are we getting Chinese weapons?
Oh, those don't work.
So I mean, to those who think that this is their money because they're getting hit so hard on because of their tariffs, I didn't see no iPhones on here. I ain't see no Jordans on here. I ain't see no eggs or anything you buy in the supermarket on here.
Yeah.
I so don't give me that. This is our money. We're supposed to have it back. No, bitches, you didn't want the tariff. The tariff is so bad. The tariff is driving up prices on shit that you don't get.
Listen, tariffs. Tariffs have been in a thing for a long time. It's not that is before there were when there were empires, there were tariffs. Okay, when there were warlords, there were tariffs. It's not. There's a that is a thing. Okay.
Now I will say because I got checked on this in the first time I said something about the whole tariffs and back in the first administration. Um, the big problem we had, and we had it taken care of, and by golly, old Dirty Joe fucked it up. Um, when Trump did this the first time, and he put the big tariffs on the steel, it did bring the steel industry back. But for that first year, it was rough as fuck because they didn't have the tooling anymore. They
Yeah.
didn't have the
Yeah.
equipment. They didn't have the people there anymore. Um, what's up, Deerfield? Woo! Um, so I have a buddy who was a foreman at one of the steel mills, and he's like, Mark, it's good in the long run, but as for right now, we don't have even the employees.
Yeah.
They had to add an extra shift. They had to get more equipment. They had to pretty much get shit on loan. A lot of these big companies had to get it on loan because it was like that.
Yeah.
So they had to have that shit then and there. And then they lost out when Biden shut all the shit down and he fucking said, oh, you guys can do whatever, and we're gonna buy from you, and we're gonna buy from you. So now, how long has that shit been sitting? It's been sitting over 4 years. If the shit didn't get repoed back,
Yeah.
so now we're back to square one again. So that the steel industry and the aluminum industry, if you're one of them people who buy them products or whatever, and you're into that shit, then I get it. I understand there. Um, on that too. But that still has nothing to do with any of the motherfuckers who's running their mouth on my post.
Bro, listen, this is the thing is that people argue about stuff that makes no sense, right? Because they're like, I'm gonna lose. You're like, okay, so this is a quick Google search. What are CUSMA, which is Canada, United States, Mexico agreement? Okay, things that fall under there: textiles and apparel, which is what mostly people are consuming: clothing, shoes,
And
stuff
those
like
are
that.
not touched.
Nope,
Nope, not at all.
they
Not touched.
preferential treatment. So, and even
So
still, like,
your child workers are fine. They got jobs.
yeah,
Because you do know that all you people who are fighting for the poor kids. The poor kids are the same people who are making your Gucci bags and your fucking fancy shoes and all that type of shit. Professionally, professionally, 8-year-olds.
yeah,
They're foremen, and we can't get a fucking kid to change a tire now.
correct. Look, hey, it's this weird thing where people are more focused on what they're told to be angry about than actually being knowledgeable and actually looking at stuff. And it's a problem. It's a
We'll
real
see.
problem.
Now, here's something else that nobody's really paying too much mind about. I'm sure it'll come up soon, though, because the libtards are running out of shit to bitch about.
Yeah.
Trump is supposed to be taking away the HB1 thing or making it more stricter. Companies to bring people like the HB1
Oh, the
waiver.
visa.
Yeah, it's if you have something like an exceptional um, skill or something, like you're a doctor, you're an architect, you're some shit like that. Well, a lot of people are coming in, especially from India,
Mhm.
for call centers.
Yes.
And so now the new rule is, okay, you want to bring these people instead of hiring here in America, each one of those people costs you $1,000.
Yeah.
You got the company has to pay $1,000 for them people to be brought over here, and apparently that people say it's the Mexicans, and people say it's this and that. The ones that's it's hitting the hardest are the Indian people. Dot, not slot, and so I started watching this whole news art video thing on it, and it went back to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And Gucci, I mentioned Gucci because Gucci is one of them. There's like 3 name brand, like big name, especially in the hood brands,
Yes.
um, that are made again by children professionally and
Yes.
getting paid pennies.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear this bullshit about, oh, the poor children. And then for you motherfuckers who want to say, oh, we're worried about our American children. No, the fuck you're not. Because I got told as long as I take care of mine and mine ain't starving, then I don't give a fuck about nobody else. That's a typical MAGA answer. So,
Yeah.
take your fucking pick. Because again, I said it before, I'll say it again. The same motherfuckers out here talking about these poor children are the same people who voted for the cunt who had abortion mobiles in front of her fucking campaign booth. So fuck you guys.
Well, listen, yeah, I don't understand half of this stuff, and honestly, like, look, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I can read it. I don't understand it because none of it makes any fucking sense. But after all is said and done, everything's backwards. Everything's backwards and upside down, and people are like, "That's how it's meant to be," and you're like, "No, no, it's not." You should be able. And we discussed this last week. Was the idea if you can't explain to me like I'm a kindergartner, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's the bigger problem, right?
Right.
Because too often, and this happens in Canadian politics, well, I think it happens in all political environments, is that you'll ask a question like, so, hey, why didn't you do this? And their answer is, we're dedicated to the safety of the people. And you're going, hey, answer the fucking question. And they can't. which is ridiculous. But that's what happens.
This answer came from my sister, my own sister. She said, "Oh, you're not gonna." Instead of saying whether she was gonna cash the check or send it back, her answer was, "Oh, we're not gonna get that money anyways." I said if, and that wasn't that's not what I asked you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna cash that check or not? That was the question. So I wrote under it. I'm like, so if and when you do get that money, are you gonna thank your president? Be like you did, like, because I got a video of her thanking the president. Because back when she was down on her luck, I went and with Trump's first administration, he had that surplus of money. My stocks were decent. I went and I got my sister a car. Wasn't the best car in the world, but I went and got her a car. But I told her once I pulled up, I took a video of it and I stuck my MAGA hat on her fucking head. And I said, "Now you thank your fucking president because that was the only reason why your brother could get you a goddamn car."
You savage piece of shit.
So her answer was, "I had to do that under duress." Yeah. Typical Democrat answer.
I mean, true, but yeah, it's hey, you did it. It's one of those things.
When Ryan, when he was living in his house and he had that broken window, I sent him some money for the window, and I also sent him a Trump sticker. Thank your fucking president, bitch.
Do you remember? There was a meme about where Larry David cut off a motorcyclist, and the guy pulls up. He's like, "Hey man, what the fuck?" And then he put on a MAGA hat, and he's like, "Oh, sorry. Hey man, just be careful, okay?" And he's like, "Yeah. Sorry, I'm one of you." And you're just like, "Hey man, it."
And then the bad thing is, like, I'm seeing a lot of posts still out there because the big headline, instead of government's about to be shut down or the government's about to start back up supposedly, and everything's going to go back to normal. Instead of that headline going across, the headline going across is Trump administration appeals to the Supreme Court to stop full benefits of the EBT. If everything is going back to the way it is, why are we funneling contingency money into the EBT?
I agree. Let's be honest. Hey,
and then the comments under, it's sickening, and how could anybody support this? And how can you not read, bitch? Like, for real.
I mean, U.S. educational system. That's kind of,
and that is why the Department of Education got gutted.
Hey, well, how do you take $250 billion and don't educate people? That's crazy. Okay.
And the bad thing is, and this shutdown proved the point. Yeah. Like, because Ohio is by far not the richest fucking state. Ohio by far does not have the most resources here. Yeah. But we literally had enough money, not just for a month, to fund Ohio's EBT. Everybody in Ohio who is getting benefits, whatever it was, we have enough money in our rainy day fund. That isn't even the COVID relief fund. That is our rainy day fund to do that just for Ohio. So if Ohio has that, each and every other fucking state has that.
Correct.
So why not cut this whole federal bullshit? You don't have to worry about them taking your stamps away because they won't be able to.
Yeah.
And leave it to the states just the same way they're doing with the fucking schools. Because everybody thinks, oh, they're tearing down the schools and they're doing this and that. No, you dumbass. He's sending all that money that you're never going to see back to somewhere where you might see it.
Man.
That makes too much sense. That's the problem.
How dare you? How dare you make sense, you son of a bitch? Just absolutely not. Hey, this is the worst part is, and you remember when we did that show about Doge and everything, and I was like, don't you think that should be done? And they're like, yes. You're like, that would be a good thing. Absolutely. That's what it is. And he's like, huh? And you're like, just read.
I fucking love that.
It's one of those, it's so
Greg says because apparently it's not raining. Oh no, DeWine was gonna do it, but there's no use. I mean, it took some shimdiggling. He didn't want to do it. I believe everybody else pushed him to it. but he
Yeah.
did sign the executive order. That shit for Ohio was going to go out regardless of what the federal, what the government was doing. But now that shit's got to stop. None of that's going to be used. Everything's going to be turned back on, supposedly.
Supposedly. Hey, like, look, do I think that people shouldn't have food to eat? No, absolutely. People should have food to eat. No question. Do I think that people should be allowed to use that money on dog shit food? No, I don't think so. And look, if you're on benefits, you have time enough to cook a meal. Get fucked. Sorry. Yeah.
See, I'm more of the thinking of this way. If you are eligible for that shit, you buy what the fuck you gonna buy. Just don't go bitching when your shit runs out too soon. You know, instead of buying lunch meat and bread and fucking whatever else, you know, oh, Wendy's fucking takes the EBT card now. So for the price you could have fed your family for at least a half a week, you just spent on one meal because your kids like the fucking Happy Meal or the French fries.
Come on.
And so and that's a big issue too. That, you know, and it goes back to the whole giving of the money to the people, because there's a big chunk of us that knows, hey, this is supposed to be here for, or, you know, one of us gets sick or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But there's also that frame of mind of people, YOLO, and they're gonna spend it all, and then all of a sudden we got to be compassionate towards them because they spent all their fucking loot and now they got hepatitis from the needle that they shot up with.
Well, well, not you, but all you guys explained to me how people would sell their EBT.
Yeah.
And you're like,
and that's been going on forever. Like back when food stamps was the monopoly money.
Yeah. And that's,
I remember, and the bad thing was, it was the sand people, the Arab stores that used to buy the most and give the best prices. Because my mom did it back when I was a kid. I grew up in the hood. You know, I don't knock anybody's fucking hustle, but dude, nobody was out there. I can speak on it now because that store is long gone and that can't do that shit no more. But, you know, back in the day, that was the hustle, and nobody talked about it. Nobody knew where your plug was. Nobody knew where you got your shit done. But everybody knew, you know, you had a full refrigerator.
See, and this is one of those things where if you sell your EBT, right? Because I get it. You sell it at a discount, and you know, that's fine. But like, and then you can't complain that you don't have any food. EBT is not a way of life. It is a just in case so you don't starve, right? And that's the problem, is people are using it as a way of life. The same with government. Was it Section 8?
Yeah,
that's not a way of life.
Dude, there was people in New York getting Section 8 houses and renting them out, renting rooms out.
Yeah.
Rooms. And then living somewhere sweet. But they got a Section 8 in that fucking town. So they, yeah.
That is, you're a bad person. Like if you're subletting your Section 8, you're a bad person. You deserve nothing. And good. I hope you get fuck all, you piece of garbage.
And again, if you gonna do some fuck shit, be smart enough to keep that shit off of social media, you fuckwits. That is the dude, just the idiocracy. Like, I remember when I was a kid just buying a bag of weed, you had to fucking send a message to a beeper, and then from that beeper you had to put a code in, and then you had to call the code, and then you had to meet somewhere, but you couldn't say nothing, and then you give somebody the money and you go somewhere else to get whatever the fuck you were getting. Now it's just like, hey, I'm the plug, and I got money and drugs, or I got them food stamps. Who want to buy something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know if you've been watching the show. It's Sylvester Stallone has a new show called Tulsa King. Okay, it's on its 3rd season. It's a great show.
I've heard it. I've never watched it.
It's a good show. It's worth watching. So he has to call a guy who's called Quiet Ray, who's like the boss of bosses. And when you hear the conversation now, Sylvester Stallone, who's just did 25 years inside. Okay. So when they start talking, you can hear how coded the entire dialogue is, where you're going, yeah, you can't if you don't know, You don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But you're going, hey man, this is a guy who was inside for 25 years, still knows the code. He's like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Where would it happen? And he goes, probably at Bubbles. Bubbles was in Arkansas at this specific restaurant at this specific. You're going, bro, listen, he's been in for 25 years and he still knows the code. And people are out here going like, I'm on social media. I'm doing this scam. And I got, y'all just stupid. You're stupid and you deserve to be punished.
There's no other way of saying it. I mean, there was just a way of doing things. Again, everybody got their hustle. Everybody got their loopholes. Sure. Everybody got their, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is capitalism at its best, at ground zero. But you stick your fucking dick in the grinder as soon as you fucking get on this goddamn video game. Them fucking phones is the biggest fucking. You think they tell on you when you are with your woman or with your man? You think that's what you worried about? How about the fuck shit that you're doing that you're putting all over? How many of these kids done did drive-bys or have illegal guns and doing rap videos on their fucking TikTok? Not even a real video on TikTok. And then, I don't know why the cops is after me because that's some racist shit. No, you fuckwit. You just showed a gun to some fucking teenager's goddamn head just to fucking play it. Come on.
Yeah, that's on you. That is on you. You're an idiot. You deserve whatever you get.
All right, switching gears on this. Slowly but surely we get more and more out of it. I think it's kind of shady now that NASA's kind of like deflecting from saying too much about it, and they're using the government shutdown as their excuse. That makes me think it's real shady. But 3i apparently has an escort now. Like a new, and they called it a jet. Like I heard one of the fucking news things called it a jet. Newsmax of all stations has actually been covering it a lot. But apparently it has an escort and they called it a jet.
Oh god.
It's I've heard some reports it's changing colors. But not like changing colors like from like heat or something like that. It's like changing colors like a fucking disco.
Oh god. That's a problem.
We're still not hearing shit about Swarm. Or about apparently there's a third now. We're not hearing shit about anything that's been going on with Saturn and its loss of its rings. Bro. Or we're supposed to be having, or we already do have, 2 moons, and I haven't seen the second moon. So,
I have a serious problem with that. I don't know.
There's problems all the way around that. So here's while you let that simmer on the brain, before I forget this, because you got me more intrigued in it in the last show we did.
Oh no.
About the building 33.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So there's I guess 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
And they're scattered in all the places that we don't want them scattered in.
Correct.
For instance, 33 is now controlled by Mondami.
Yay!
And there ultimately it's ran by AT&T.
Yes.
AT&T runs all the shit there.
Allegedly.
So we brought up, I think, on the show about the van that exploded on that street. And they couldn't figure out why. They just said it was random. But now you think about it, there was a big AT&T building across the street from there. Another place that just was supposed to explode and it didn't from a pipe bomb is in DC. But nobody says what building or what was in that building that was supposed to explode.
Yeah.
Or the random explosion. Where was it in that mall? Was that Denver, Colorado, or was that in California? Where in the mall, just a random explosion, and there was nothing significant there. It was like a yoga place, a pizza place, maybe a massage parlor, and an AT&T
Isn't that odd?
office.
Yeah.
Just
It's
just
it- it's one of those things where you're going, how does that make any sense?
Now,
Just
mind you, if
yeah.
nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about, these are all supposed to be holding our data for spying.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, they're supposed to be the connection stations for overseas and da, da, da.
They're
People
spying.
go in, nobody comes out. That's what that is. That is a black site.
And we're not talking about African American.
Maybe I'm not racist. You never know. No. Hey, I like the first time I saw that, I was walking around New York. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. It was for my birthday and a buddy's birthday. A bunch of us went to New York because a buddy of mine was living in New York, and it was 2008, 2007. Like it was a long time ago. And we walked by and we were like, huh? And I'll tell you, seeing because New York is packed with buildings. And when you see it with no windows, only ventilation openings, you're going, oh, people don't
right,
leave
yeah,
that place.
something
People
right.
like the people who leave that place leave from an underground secret exit, like they're Batman. And the people who go in, they don't come out. That's yeah. Come on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I found this buried way at the bottom of the news timeline here, whatever.
Nice.
And I feel like that this should be more concerning. It should be up higher up on the list.
Okay.
Back to new shit being found, new critters.
Yes.
It says the headline says officials issues warning after several sightings of dangerous hammerhead worm. Don't kill it, don't squish it. What's the other word? And don't cut it up. This thing looks like a fucking leech.
Right.
Like a horror movie leech. Like you ever see Night of the Creeps? Them leeches like that make people into zombies.
Yeah.
It's saying after heavy rainfalls, residents have noticed increasing numbers of the hammerhead worms. The name is self-explanatory, and there's no mistaking them for anything else. They get 12 to 15 inches long. Let's see. Why are the sightings concerning? The hammerhead worm is far more than just nightmare fuel. It feasts upon earthworms that are vital to the soil's health because
Right.
they are not native to the area. They
Yep.
don't have a natural system of control and upset the balance of the ecosystem. The worm's body is also toxic to the touch. Its secretions subdue prey and deter predators. Any person who touches it will suffer a nasty rash.
So you said it said don't kill them?
Yeah,
Why would you not kill them? You should kill them.
I would think so.
So when I look this up on my side, it says, should hammerhead worms be killed? They are invasive species that prey on earthworms and may pose a threat to the earthworm population. Wear gloves if you must pick one up to protect yourself from irritating secretions. If you find a hammerhead worm highlighted, do not hesitate to kill it.
Yeah. So why are we not supposed to kill this over here in the States? I feel like this is how you know how Lyme disease started, right? It was chemical warfare, and the fucking ticks floated across the fucking little waterway there, and ended up in Lyme. I think it was in Lyme, Rhode Island, or Lyme, Maryland, some shit like over there. They're named after It's named after the city that these things that we created are over. This thing is fucking horrifying.
So the reason why you're not supposed to cut them up is because if you cut one into 3 pieces, you get 3 worms.
Oh, and they're self-replicating.
Yeah.
So I wonder how far that goes. Like, is he like Deadpool fucking regenerative? or
no,
like
it's
I feel like they're like Meeseeks.
no, Mr. Meeseeks, yeah. No, it just says that you gotta fucking, I guess, I don't know, burn it, whatever.
Yeah, just make sure you mush it good.
Yeah, mush it until it's mush. Uh, if you don't even know it, the hammerhead worm or shovelhead worm has been found in parts of the GTA. So it's been found up here. Hammerhead worms are an invasive species that are also toxic and have been found in Hamilton. Oh, they're found in an area not here. They are carnivorous. They are carnivores, usually eat earthworms, snails, and insects. They secrete a neurotoxin, which is lethal to their prey, and also help disintegrate their prey. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that sounds like something that a government fucking official would be like, "Hey, let's hit this with some radiation and see what happens." And then, we start off a horror movie.
Oh, so the county of Brant suggests picking them with a shovel or with covered hands and disposing them in soapy water or vinegar and salt in a sealed container or sandwich bag. Once killed, you can dispose of them in the container or sandwich bag. Cutting the worm into pieces won't work as they can regenerate from the cut pieces into a more fully developed worms. Other locations, yeah, that's it. So
That right there sounds alien. It sounds alien. It
man,
sounds fucking
a
alien.
lot of things sound alien these days, bro. Too many things.
All right,
Yeah.
we're coming up on the end of the show. Tonight we are doing Movie Monday.
Yes.
We
You said
are
Tokyo.
Tokyo Gore Police. I had
Yeah.
it queued up since last week, dude.
I have it already queued up. We're gonna be ready to go. So we're doing it 9, or do you want
This
to do it at 8:30? What's
you pick
your
the
schedule?
time.
You know what? Let's do it at 8. That way we're done by because it's an hour and 50 minutes. So we'll start at 8 and
We'll be
we'll
done by
take
10.
it. Yeah, we'll be done by 10. So come check it out. Tokyo Gore
And
Police.
this one is not so much a horror movie. It's more of an action movie with a lot of gore. I will give it that. So this is definitely not for the little ones. If you're joining in, I
Yeah.
got it on. I believe I got it on Fossum, but it should be on Tubi. That's where I seen it the first time. Make sure you get the English dub because
Yeah.
it's too different.
Oh,
Make
I
sure you
have
get
I have the English subtitled.
no. There's an English dub.
All right, let me see if I can get that. We'll see what I can do. That's all right. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. It'll be
Okay.
exciting. I mean, I listen. I'm gonna find out on other stuff too and see because yeah, I want the English dub would be better, but I also don't want it in an edited version like we did last time, which fucking
Yeah,
sucked.
that was
Yeah.
terrible. That was I'm still we might have to revisit that maybe next year around Halloween time. Or
God.
maybe STD awareness month. Did they do that?
Yeah. There you go.
And we had the classy version, which was called contracted.
Yeah.
And we had the real life, home blue collar night of something strange.
Bro, that was so bad. Uh,
Oh,
that movie was aggressive, bro.
yeah, it was, dude. It was aggressive for being the edited version.
Yeah, that's also true. Also true.
When you see the real deal unedited cut, and I hope there's not a director's cut because I don't know what else they could throw in that.
Oh God.
No,
Let me see here.
dude, that movie was Sam Raimi worthy. That was
Oh,
definitely early Evil Dead Sam Raimi worthy.
yeah. Well, you know what? It's yeah, that seems fair. It was aggressive. Let's put it that way. And yeah. And yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna have a little departure from the ongoing theme of sexually transmitted disease. We're going with gore police. It'll be fine. It's I'm sure there's gonna be all sorts of inappropriateness. It'll be great. It'll
oh
be fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just great. So
Yeah.
that being said, y'all keep your eye on the news, keep your eye on the little articles, and check out the details. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. The shutdown ain't over yet. It's looking like it. They giving clues, but I feel some fuckery coming out the back pocket. Um, so that being said, y'all be good to each other and quit putting your business out on social media,
I
asshole.
mean, yeah, keep it private.
Yep, we're
Later.
out.
God.
tonight, 8 o'clock.
Hell yeah. Gonna be inappropriate. That's it.